Today is July 19th, so that means it is my 1 month dreadversary. So, here we are. Things look a little different from last time, a month ago, which was day one. The biggest thing I've noticed is that they're falling down. They're not sticking out all over the place. Which is kind of nice, which means that I don't have to wear a bandana or buff or tam all the time now. I basically just go out and, say, what the hell, just go with it. Yeah, it's okay to go out in public. The sectioning lines aren't there as much, so they're not too noticeable. Yeah, so it's okay. I've noticed in a couple of the dreads, the strings that were tied at the bases, they've been, a couple of them have, at least two for sure, have come out. Basically, it happens while I'm palm rolling. Is usually when they come out. They'll start to come out, and then the next time I palm roll, they'll come out again. And yeah, and I noticed that with those ones, that they tend, once the strings are out, they tend to lay down flat. This one here, it's out, but it's a little guy, and this one here, it's a bigger one. Here it is here. Yeah. Yeah, the string came out on it, and yeah, you can see it's gone. But anyway, that came out like the first week, and so it basically just lays down flat, which is kind of nice and convenient. Anyway, yeah. So whatever, they're a little springy, bit of life to them. Basically what I've been doing, well, first of all, I noticed that with the blended tips, that as soon as you start palm rolling, the ends start to come out and that, and so basically you just rub them in the palm of your hand and then try to palm roll it in or finger roll it, and it'll stick back together usually, which is nice. But if I don't use any product, then nothing. It just it's basically a waste of time. Now I was going to try hooking them back in, but then I've been seeing that I guess there's not much point in doing that until they're locked tighter, because if you don't wait until they're locked tighter, then they're just going to come right back out again. So probably rather than risk doing more damage than good, I'll just wait. And basically I've been palm rolling, try to do it every day, and if not every day, every second day. And looking back at the day one video today, I noticed that I guess the dreads are getting smoother, and I guess that's from the palm rolling, so I guess it does work. And aside from that, I do try and do the root rubbing. I'll just sort of grab them, go like that for a bit. I usually do two at a time, whatever, like that. And the palm rolling is pretty good. You catch on to it fairly easily. And like now, I'll just do it while I'm watching TV or whatever. Just watch TV and start palm rolling away. where the dreads are, and you just sort of follow along and do the different sections and that, and it works out okay. I've been washing them generally about a couple times a week. Sometimes after 3 days, sometimes after 4. I've gone 5 days. It just depends. Actually, right now I'm on day 5. So I will be washing them soon. I was going to wash them last night, and then didn't. I was sort of running out of time and didn't want to get into it. Usually at this point, when I wash them, I wash them and then dry them off. And before I do that, I sort of towel dry a bit, just sort of sponge in or whatever to get the excess moisture out of it, and then I palm roll them, and then I'll dry them with a blow dryer, and then I'll palm roll them again, and then usually after I've done that, then I'll blunt the ends again, just by rubbing and rolling. So it's all in all, when you do that, it does take a bit of time. Most of the time, for as far as shampoo goes, I just use been using the Naughty Boy Dreadlock shampoo, the bar. I've got the liquid too, but I haven't got around to using it. Apparently the ingredients are exactly the same, but the only difference is that the liquid doesn't foam up as much. Because it's a liquid, it can't foam up as much. So yeah, I'm using the bar for now, and I kind of like it actually. It really tingles and stuff. Feels okay. Smells nice too. And then, other than that, haven't used any wax at all. But I do most of the time use the Naughty Boy Lock Steady Tropical Tightening Gel, and that stuff is awesome. Really good. And I find that after I wash it, that it sort of as the time goes on, I've been getting more loose hairs with that, and but when you use the tropical tightening gel, that takes care of them. As soon as you palm roll the dreads, it just sucks it right into the dread, and then after you dry it, you do it again, and then that's it. And if I don't use the tropical tightening gel, like the blunt ends, they just stick out like crazy. It's kind of a waste of time trying to do the rubbing and that, because they won't stick. But if you do have the tropical tightening gel, they will stick, and that lasts for a few days or whatever. The stuff is not sticky. It's not sticky at all. And yeah, and also I find it too that if you have that that in subsequent days when you palm roll, that it's easier to palm roll because you get more of a grip. Otherwise, it can be really sort of smooth or soft or whatever, and it's hard to kind of get a grip on the dreads as to palm roll them anyway. Yeah, and other than that, I'm using the cooling moisture spray if they get really itchy sometimes. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I'll just give it a little spray, and hey, that's okay. It's the peppermint, peppermint cooling spray or whatever. It's nice. I like it. And yeah, and that's that. Um, yeah, I guess I'll do a little spin around and let's see sort of what they look like. There's the top, and over to this side here, and then around to the back. Okay, this side again, and around to the back again. So, yeah, I guess that's about it for now. I'm thinking, looking at some of the pictures in that, and I think that I can start to notice a slight um, thickening, maybe of the dreads. That they're maybe just a bit starting to thicken up now, or get fatter, which is good. Don't know how long that takes or when it starts, but it's yeah, I think it's starting a wee bit now. Yeah, and first too, I was wondering whether when I use the tropical tightening gel, if that stops them from getting a little thicker initially, but it doesn't seem to be at all now. And what else? I've been at night. I sleep with a buff on my head. Do that, and yeah, I think that cuts down on the loose hairs, perhaps a bit. Um, not sure, but anyway, keeps things under control anyway, and while the threads are still new. Um, been doing that anyway, and they're actually great. They really breathe, and we've had a heat wave and stuff the last couple of weeks, and no problem at all. They're not hot. You don't really even notice that it's there. Yeah, so I've been doing that. The only downside is that a couple times, well, sometimes in the morning when you take it off or whatever, because some of the hairs are going up or whatever, they stick up a bit. But I just put on a buff headband around here, and sort of straighten them out. Just put that on while I'm eating breakfast, and then by the time I'm done breakfast, take it off, and we're all good to go. Yeah, and yeah, so basically that's it. Yeah, 1 month in. We'll see what happens next month. Who knows? Yeah, but as more strings fall out, or I guess they'll start to get flatter, and as they do, things will probably start to thicken up too, um, fill in, and look more like dreads. We'll see. They're not too bad now anyway. we'll see. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm happy. Whatever, you just have to wait and see, and yeah, as they start to lay down more, then they will, then I'll be able to start judging the length or whatever, I guess, but not expecting really any great changes in length or whatever for the first several months. So we'll see. Yeah. So anyway, that's about it. We'll see what happens. And yeah, so it'll be next month, I guess, when I make my next video. Unless something earth-shattering happens, and that's about it. Okay, ciao.